Hi, good evening, everyone. Today we will go ahead and take a question from IES Economics Optional 2022 paper. Let us look at the question. It says, what will be the shape of AS curve under classical and Keynesian model? But a classical model is a long run model. It is assumed that in the classical model that all factors are fully employed, right? That the labor market is in equilibrium, that you are at full employment level of output. So labor is fully employed, output is at full employment level. In this case, if demand ever increases, it cannot increase output. Demand बढ़ेगी तो supply नहीं बढ़ सकती. You are at full employment level. So whenever demand increases, it will only have an inflation. That is called demand pull inflation. Right? So increases in demand can only cause increase in the level of the inflation. So this is the case where your supply cannot change. Supply is fixed at full employment level. So the AS curve is vertical under the classical model. That's the answer. Now let's talk about Keynesian. But a Keynesian is a short run phenomenon. Whenever you will look in books, in case of Keynesian, you will be shown two different kind of AS curve. The first AS curve that you will be shown will be a horizontal AS curve. There is a reason behind it. The first reason is that the AS is inelastic. You are willing to supply any amount of quantity at the given price. एक given price पे हम कुछ भी कितना भी बेचने को ready हैं. So we are, sorry, not inelastic, perfectly elastic. We are willing to supply any quantity at the given price, right? Now, why? Because another thing, when Keynes was there, that is the period of Great Depression. During that period, there was no demand, right? Very less demand. So because there was less demand, firms were not increasing price, right? Also, there was a lot of labor who was unemployed. किसी के पास job ही नहीं थी. People were unemployed. So when people were unemployed, they were willing to work at a very low wage. So when they were willing to work at a low wage, there was no reason why firms will increase the price. So firms did not increase the price. Instead, firms were willing to supply any output at the given price. तो गिवन प्राइस पे फर्म कितना भी आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए तैयार थे, वो प्राइस नहीं बढ़ा रहे थे. फर्म्स वर नॉट इंक्रीजिंग द प्राइस. सो द एएस कर्व वाज assumed to be horizontal. Firms were willing to supply whatever output was required at the given price. But now let's talk about medium AS curve, medium run AS curve. That also comes in Keynesian. In many books, you will see an upward sloping AS curve. The medium run AS curve assumes that output is still below full employment level. Output full employment se niche hai. So when price will increase, firms will also increase the output. So more price, I will sell more output. So it will be upward sloping. When spare capacity is high, aggregate supply curve will be elastic. जब बहुत ज्यादा excess labor है, किसी के पास job नहीं है, they're willing to work at a very low wage, then you will have elastic AS curve. This means that a rise in aggregate demand can be met easily by increasing the output. ठीक है, जब भी इस केस में जब आपका horizontal AS curve है, whenever you have a horizontal AS curve, so increase in demand can easily be met without changing the prices. Current prices pe firm will meet the demand. But slowly in the medium run, when you have the AS curve as upward sloping, then when demand will increase, price will increase. And in the long run, which is the classical case, when AS is vertical, when demand will increase, only price will increase. Is this clear? So the elasticity of the curve can keep changing from perfectly elastic to something in between to perfectly inelastic. What determines this? Which period I am in? Whether I'm in the short run period, whether I'm in the long run period. The amount of spare capacity, kitna excess labor market mein available hai? How much spare capacity I have, right? How much labor do I have? So that determines whether I will be in the short run period or the long run period. And that will determine whether my AS curve will be vertical or horizontal. So this can be written as an answer to classical versus Keynes. Okay, thank you, beta.